favoring some people in Nigeria, and some people are already enjoying President Tinubu era. And this led some group to demand from Peter Obi and Atiku to drop their petition and swear allegiance to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is really funny. I don't even know how some people with their right senses will just, okay, now let's come together and release a press conference to demand Peter Obi and Atiku to drop their charges against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I don't want to speak too much. There is another group also reacting that Inec chairman needs to be imprisoned for what he did for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But first of all, let's watch these particular videos of how this group demand Peter Obi and Atiku to drop their petition against Tinubu.
As stakeholders in the Nigerian project, we have deemed it imperative to use this medium to call on all selfless, well-meaning Nigerians and patriots across party lines everywhere around the globe to shield their swords, with emphasis, to shield their swords and embrace this apparently transformational government of national unity and all-inclusiveness. We resolve to say unequivocally, loud and clear, here and now, that the victory in the last presidential election is a victory for all Nigerians, regardless of their political affiliation and alignment, religion or tribe. It is indeed victory for Africa, the entire black race, and of course, victory for the entire world and humanity at large. It was an election that dealt clearly with no victor, no vanquish, which means everybody, as far as you're a Nigerian, you are a winner in the last election. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government has thus far proved beyond every reasonable doubt to be transformational in nature, with huge potential to reunite, revitalize, renew, and reposition Nigeria for breakthrough to an uninterrupted era of progress and prosperity. Hence, the need for all hands to be on deck to support this laudable project of his. Even though we are aware that it is the fundamental human right of all aggrieved candidates to seek for a redress in the court of law, in national interest, we wish to use this avenue to crave the indulgence of all aggrieved candidates of other political parties who are seeking for redress in the tribunal to quickly withdraw their litigations against the president and join hands with him in the proposed national unity and all-inclusive government. We are saying this confidently because we can see from all indications that the President Tinubu-led administration is ready to work assiduously to install peace, development, and progress in In Nigeria. We are certain that the priority of all candidates of other political parties to do the same is selfless in nature. Come on, please. Sorry. We are certain that the priority of all candidates of other political parties is to do same selflessly in national interest. Since Tinubu is playing out their intentions, they should, as a matter of urgency, go a step further to synergize with him to achieve the same patriotic purpose in national interest. This is the only way to prove to the world that indeed their struggles are not personal and selfish, but rather in national interest and the quest to restore the dignity of man in our domain through initiations and implementation of people-friendly policies and programs. With the aforementioned, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are sure that the present administration is doing excellently well already, as evident in most of the nation-building steps he has embarked on, such as fuel subsidy removal, the education bill that was passed into or signed into law, the display of uncommon fairness and equity in the appointment of key principal office holders, and of course, his monetary and economic policies, only to mention but a few. We are also using this opportunity to call on all well-meaning elder statesmen in Nigeria from across the length and breadth of Nigeria to swiftly, without further delays, invite all aggrieved parties to a roundtable meeting and appeal to them not to subvert the will of the people through distractions, but to join hands with the government that was willingly elected by Nigerians to change their story through unprecedented development for the betterment of all and sundry. you will agree with us that it is certainly not the time for further distractions. It is time to move Nigeria forward in a positive direction. And the only way this can be done is when all Nigerians, regardless of their tribe, regardless of their religion, regardless of their party affiliations, shield their swords, put the differences aside, and come to terms with reality, come to terms with the reality of the fact that President Tinubu so far is doing very well. So far, all Nigerians are impressed because he's coming up with policies that are clearly human-friendly. He's doing what people in the past were unable to do, what presidents in the past were able to do. He's, as a matter of fact, going extra mile to ensure that the needful is done, regardless of what it will cost him. And he's also not minding whose ox is going to be God, because at the end of the day, we need a president who will be able to stand in the gap genuinely, a president who loves his people for who they are, a president who is not looking for anything from anybody, but has come to serve the people in earnest, has come to move Nigeria a step further, has come to move Nigeria to a stage where Nigeria can compete favorably with other committees of nations. And the only person that has shown this so far is Asewaju. That doesn't mean that others do not have the capacity. Yes, it's possible they have the capacity, but the goal here is one. The goal here is to unify Nigeria. The goal here is to revitalize Nigeria. The goal here is to put Nigeria on the path of prosperity. And this is what the president is doing already. So if for real, the reason why these candidates are out, or the reasons why they came out in the first place, was to ensure that they give Nigeria the government they deserve. Now that we have a government that they would have wished to give to Nigerians, I think it will only be fair and selfless for them to come and synergize with him, merge force with him, make their contributions when necessary, bring what is necessary to the table to the fore, so that we can, for the first time in the long history of ours, move Nigeria very fast in an accelerated manner, move Nigeria to the level where it ought to be in the scheme of things. Thank you very much, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The PDP who were against him before now are saying, no wonder this man is doing well. The Labour Party are coming online to apologize that we didn't know this man has such capacity. In fact, for many Nigerians as we speak, Tinubu is prayer answered.
Yes, that's not the reason they are going to the courts. The reason they are going to the courts is because
we in the Odema Ebonyi group use this opportunity to make the following demands from Nigerian authorities in the interest of the integrity of our electoral system and survival of our growing democracy. Number one, we call on the Acting Inspector General of Police, Mr. Kayode Egbetokun, in line with his vow to resolve to fight the enemies of Nigeria. Of course, we recall that he said he's like a tiger that will fight the enemies of Nigeria, to immediately constitute a crack forensic team to investigate these grave allegations, and if found to be true, to ensure that the perpetrators of this evil against the people of Nigeria are brought to book immediately. Secondly,
the Senate candidate, Senator Michael Aman-Najib, also requested a certified true copy from Inec, which Inec obliged them. The Labour Party candidate, Honorable Linus Okoria, also requested for this CTC from Inec, and Inec obliged all three of them. And you can see clearly that the three CTCs for the Labour Party House of Rep candidate, the Labour Party Senate candidate, and the PDP Senate candidate all tally. But that of former Governor David Umahi is the only one that is different. And curiously, these four documents were signed by the same person, that's Mrs. Nena A. Essien. And the Labour Party candidate already wrote to INEC to find out which of these CTCs is the accurate one. And INEC in writing replied that the ones in possession of those three other candidates are the correct one. On the strength of this finding, there's been a petition already submitted at the Office of the Inspector General of Police for proper investigation of this matter. So it's not a hearsay, it's indeed a strong allegation. Thank you.
Alright guys, this is what we're going to be ending the video today. What do you think about this particular group asking Peter Obi and Atiku to drop their petition and swear allegiance to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, or the other group who are saying that okay, there is a criminal cartel in Inec group, that they detect a corrupt plan by David Umahi? So I want you guys to comment your thoughts. What do you think about what is going on in Nigeria politics right now? All right, I want to hear from you in the comment section. Please, if you have watched this video to this very moment, God bless you. Give these videos a thumbs up. Comment your thoughts in the comment section. It helps these videos to grow. Let's dialogue in the comment section. Until we meet again, stay tuned, Plan B TV. Peace out.
And I see the show you support. Now say God bless you too.
Sense on the bed.
Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV, oh, Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV.